Hey guys, welcome back to Knights of the Round Theories. Today we're going to be doing what if Naruto was overpowered to the max. And I mean overpowered to the maximum. And this is going to be part 1. Last time we created part 0. Go check that one out. Yeah, thank you. And please leave a like and subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. So, where we left off, Naruto just woke up and he got his powers. Alright, let me explain some things. The dojutsus, the eyes jutsus, you've got to reach a certain level to be able to unlock them. Like, you've got to reach level 10 to unlock the basic Sharingan, level 10 to unlock Byakugan, and level, let's say 15 to unlock the 2 Tomoe Sharingan, and level 20 to unlock the 3 Tomoe and the internal Mangekyo. We're gonna skip the regular Mangekyo, is because I don't want him to go blind or anything like that. So yeah, we're gonna skip the regular Mangekyo, and he's gonna have to be able to unlock it at level 40. The Rinnegan, let's say level, since it's a really strong, let's say level 80. Yeah. And the Tensagan, let's say level 70. Yeah, that sounds better, level 70. And he's only going to be, he still has to buy every one of them. And let's say the Rinnegan and Tensagan, you've got to spend 200 on it to unlock them too. And, yeah. And, basically, we're going to be, hang on. So, yeah, basically we're going to be skipping until Naruto's in the academy, which is 3 years. But remember, he's got solo leveling in his art and as a multiplier. It's a 10 multiplier, remember? Alright, let me do some quick math. And if he does it every day for 365 days, that'll equal up, and he gets that amount of skill points, and he also gets that amount of status points. Alright, let me do some math and I'll come back. This is only 1 year. After I do this one, I'll do the next year. Then I'll do the next year. Okay, then we'll get into Jutsu when he goes into an academy. Got me? Okay. Now give me a second and I'll think about it. The math. Yeah, so he has 3,650, I think. That's the first year. He puts 1,000 into his multiplier, and he spreads it evenly among everything else. He spreads it evenly among strength. So he puts, keep in mind, he puts 1,000 in his multiplier. Alright, then he puts 500 in intelligence, 500 in strength, 500 in sense, and 500 in agility. Alright, and he has 3,650 skill points too, so yeah. So he can unlock a jutsu, but I told you we're going to cover that once we reach the academy. Alright, next year. Keep in mind he has a 1,000 times multiplier now. Alright, next year. 365,000. Now he's got 365,000 to be able to put in his stats. He puts 100,000 in his multiplier. Alright. So he has 265,000 left. He puts 50,000 in strength, 50,000 in agility, 50,000 in intelligence, 50,000 in sense. Alright, then he puts 10,000 in strength, 10,000 in agility, 10,000 in intelligence, 10,000 in sense. Okay. Next year. This one's gonna be a lot, so prepare yourself. 36.5 million in status points. So he puts 10 million in multiplier, and he puts, let's see, he puts 10 million in multiplier. He puts, so that leaves him with only 20 million left. he puts 5 million in intelligence, 5 million in speed, agility, 5 million in strength, 5 million in intelligence. Yeah. And hang on. Yeah, and sense is 5 million. So yeah. And now we're gonna get into jutsu. Let me find some jutsu that Naruto would be able to use without killing everybody in his school. Keep in mind, this is the year that he enrolls in the academy since he's 8. And keep in mind, Naruto graduates in around 12. So yeah. Hang on, let me find some jutsu. I think for a good starter jutsu, the water bullet, the lightning bullet, the earth bullet, the water bullet, and the fire bullet, I think they are good for just, like, easy going stuff like that. A battle that Naruto could take with his eyes closed. But now let's give him some stronger jutsu and stuff like that. Alright, ready? Let me go find some. He should also learn the Rasengan. Yeah, and he should also run ice release, boil release, and lava release. Alright, remember, they cost 110 for the boil release, lava release, and the ice release. So the ice release category, basically once you unlock ice release, boil release, stuff like that, the skills go to their classes. So basically, Ice Prison, C rank, 20 points. He learns that. A rank, Ice Release, Piercing Dragon, Fierce Tiger. A rank, 50. A rank, 50. One-horned White Whale. B rank, Ice Swallow Snowstorm. B rank, Ice Release Wolffang Avalanche. Boil Release Unrivaled Strength. Boil Release Skilled Mist Technique. And there you go. Let's see. He also learns the Rasengan. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. And yeah, he's not gonna use any of these out there because Hagoromo, keep in mind, can still speak to Naruto and tells him don't use them techniques on your classmates or anyone else, on anyone unless they're trying to kill you or their Jonin level or higher. The Sage of Six Paths says. And the Sage of Six Paths advises him to get the hang on, let me think. Oh, and keep in mind, Naruto has all the nature release. Yin, Yang, Yin Yang, Fire, Lightning, everything. He has all the nature releases. So, he can learn everything. So, yeah, let me find some more jutsu for him to learn. But keep in mind, he knows a decent amount already. He learns Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu. Yeah. Fire Style, Fire Phoenix, something, I forgot, hang on. Let me find some more. Give me a second. The Multi-Shadow Cone Jutsu, I almost forgot about that one. That's a stage move. How could I? He also learns Planetary Rasengan. All these, but the Sage Six Paths tells him not to use any of them except for the Multi-Shadow Cone and the bullet techniques. So remember that. I think that's it. I will reveal some more when he's pushed to using the stronger ones. So, okay. Well, let's begin in the academy. His fight with Sasuke. You know who wins that. I mean, come on. He has 5 million in speed and 5 million in strength and sense. Sasuke couldn't do nothing to him. So, he beats Sasuke. Plain out, just whoops him. Nothing Sasuke can do. Keep in mind, this is 8-year-old Naruto. So yeah, I'm not aware if anything else happens in the academy. So let's skip until graduation. You know, the whole Misaki and stuff like that event. Let's say he still fails because Naruto still isn't the smartest thing, and let's say the intelligence stat only ups his like thinking speed. Like, hey, we should do this to survive. Hey, we should do that to survive. Okay, so it don't upgrade his actual book smarts, but Hagoromo and stuff, he won't help him because that's cheating. So yeah, and he still fails and stuff like that. So Misaki, and remember, hang on, remember we did a 3-year time skip, which means Naruto has a whole lot of more points to put in his stats because he's 8. He's gonna graduate at 12. Keep in mind, he still fails, and the stuff like that. That's all still happens. Misaki still makes him do that, and since Hagoromo told him not to use multi-shadow clone jutsu, he didn't. Wait, that won't work. Never mind. He does use it. How about we just say Misaki pushes plan up ahead? Because Naruto still fails the first graduation of Sharingan because he still hasn't mastered multi-shadow clone jutsu. Yeah, that sounds good. So, but by the time the second one comes around, Naruto would have exceeded at it. So, Misaki already doing the scroll of secret thing. Alright, then let's talk about how many skill points he can put into his stats again now, since we skipped ahead 3 years. Let's see, he's got 10 million in multiplier, which means he has 3.65 billion in the first year. Let's see, he puts 1 billion in you know, the thing that increases his things, the multiplication thing. Alright, and he puts 500 million into strength and 500 million into agility, and 500 million into intelligence, and 500 million in sense. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, now let's skip ahead another year. Alright, so now that he's got 1 billion in his multiplication, hang on, 365 billion. Alright, so he puts 100 billion into his multiplication, and he puts let's see, how much is it again? He has 200 billion left and 65 million. So he puts 50 million into strength, 50 million into agility, 50 million into sense, and 50 billion into intelligence. Alright, next year. Ready? 36 trillion. He puts 10 trillion into his multiplication, and he puts, correct me if I'm wrong in any of this math, but he puts 10 trillion in his multiplication, and he puts 5 trillion in strength, 5 trillion in intelligence, 5 trillion in agility, and 5 trillion in intelligence. Alright, now that the 3 years time skip has been covered, let's move on to the Misaki thing. So, yeah. So, Misaki still pulls the whole squirrel ceiling thing, but since Naruto already knows all the jutsu that's on there. Oh, and he also remembered a bit of his past to the extent where he could use a little bit of wood style. Not a lot, but he could use a little bit. Alright, and he couldn't use it all because he hasn't remembered all jutsu. He don't know any jutsu. He just knows that he can use wood style now without having to pay for it. So, not like he couldn't pay for it. But yeah, and hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Alright, now let's finish. what we is at the Misaki, if I'm correct. Alright, well, he still tricks Naruto into go sealing the scroll of sealing to learn the jutsu. Learn one jutsu and you'll be able to pass, Misaki says. But Hagoromo automatically sentences, hey, don't do this, he's lying. But Naruto knowing, hey, I can take him, I can beat his A. Oh, whoa, close one. I can beat him. And Naruto says, sure, alright. And he sneaks into Hokage's office, grabs a soul ceiling, and goes out to that place. You know, like the original. But except for when Misaki and said, except until the part where they reveal that, hey, this is a lie. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna kill you now. He says, you are the host of the nine-tailed fox. As Iruka sings out, don't say it. And Naruto says, wait, what? You're talking about Kurama, right? Oh yeah, I know. And before he can do anything, Misaki, he was already knocked out cold by a chop to the neck. Because keep in mind, Naruto is overpowered in this fact that he's basically an all-around tank, and he can do basically whatever he wants. And I'm pretty sure he's already at high Hokage level. Okay, just his physical strength, I bet, could beat the, what is he called? I know his name is A, but I don't remember the Raikage. Yeah, the fourth Raikage or something, the third Raikage, one of them two. And he basically is already on par with his mental strength with him, like physical strength with A. So yeah, Naruto, in fact, he's probably above A, like a lot. So yeah, Naruto's already probably strongest person in his village right now. Don't get me wrong, he probably still would lose, maybe, to Madara. Keep in mind, this is 12-year-old Naruto. So yeah. Alrighty. So he returns the scroll, and he didn't learn anything from it because, well, he actually did. He learned, and let's say he unlocked the Sharingan because he already reached level 10. And ta-da. So yeah, he already has the Sharingan now. So he memorized all the jutsu and learned them all. Which was on wood-style wood dragon jutsu. Ta-da, he learned the wood-style dragon jutsu. So, yeah. So now, after that whole thing, Iruka promotes him to Genin, you know, like usual. And then they meet Kakashi, you know. Wait, let me explain the teams. I forgot about that. You know, everybody else is the same. I'm gonna just say that it's... Let's say it's two. It's Hinata and Sakura and Naruto and Sasuke. Let's say that. Just so I don't have to choose between either them two, the Hinata and Sakura. So I don't have to choose between which one of them should go. Let's say they wanted to test out that they wanted to test it out. Like they wanted to let four people in one team see how it goes. So yeah, and keep in mind, Naruto still gets treated like trash, and Hinata still, you know, like usual, and stuff like that. Yeah, and basically, yeah, they meet Kakashi. Yes, he's still Kakashi. They're still on Team 7. And stuff like that. So yeah. And go up to the rooftops. And, you know, like how Naruto still has his hopes and dreams, but one thing's different. He wants to learn every jutsu known to mankind and create his own. And become the next of the Sage of Six Paths. But he don't say that part because no one would believe him and stuff like that. So yeah. and I think I'm gonna end it off here. And thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you again, and peace out.